Come on up in here. I know y'all not working real hard. Hey, friend. Hey, you trying to come up in the camera? Thank you. Thank you, friend. Come as you are. Welcome to the Escape Lounge. I don't know why I got that way over there. I'm going to have to move it up so I can see. Self care is the best care. Let me see. I got to get up. Okay. How are you doing now, beautiful? Nice meeting you. Okay, nice meeting you too, sweetheart. You trying to come up to the video? I'm learning about different cultures. I know a lot of y'all don't mean stuff, but when y'all come with that, hey beautiful, I'm trying to get up in the screen and all of that, I don't really make quick decisions like that. It's almost like when you asking to come on the screen video, nephew, or whoever, whatever age you are, it's almost like you trying to come through the screen door asking for my neck bones. You feel me? So I'm saying if you're an international person, we're trying to learn one another during these times. You have to understand American culture, and American culture being very broad. I'm just gonna say the culture of Talk to Tasha because you're on this page. I'm not saying it's mine because I don't own the platforms, but for me, I'm not that one that's thirsty like to just click and have you in the video. And I think when we can understand one another better, we cannot be presumptuous. Does that make sense? A sensitive person wouldn't take my truth. They would take it as I'm being disrespectful. That's your perception. But I'm just telling you, like, I'm not the one that move fast like that, right? I value authentic relationships. I love learning from different cultures. I also know it's gutter out here on all levels, whether you're from this country or not. Some people need to be told how beautiful and gorgeous they are and lead up to another conversation, and then you're in the DMs with it. Y'all exchanging money with it. I'm not assuming that's you, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Are you on WhatsApp? Nah, I don't need to be all over there. Yep, I'm right where I need to be right here. Where I'm from a little bit of everywhere. I'm from wherever you need to be. Go on and pay that Cash App. I'll be from Cash App, okay? You need Zelle, you need Venmo. I'll be wherever you drop that payment, okay? I'll be wherever you need me to be in terms of that Cash App and that Venmo and that PayPal, okay? I'm from a little bit everywhere, okay? And that's another thing. Y'all got a peep game. Like you can't just be out here telling people. I mean, you see the videos, you see the like where the people at. Some people be live in the moment, letting people know where they at. Some people post after. That's your free will or free choice. But for me, you don't even know if I'm a person of substance, right? I can be out here, my morals and values can conflict with yours. So it wouldn't really matter where I'm from. Get to know people first before you start asking those kind of questions. You know what I mean? Just kind of like ride the wave, like be like, what is she over here talking about? Is what she talking about tickling my fancy? Because what happened is just exactly what you see. I'm not feeding you what you want. And so you're going to bounce to another page because that's what people do. They run around looking for somebody that's going to bite, right? And so you messed around with an OG over here. I'm not going to bite off of that. I'm going to tell you my truth. I'm going to set some parameters up. You don't like it. And now you done logged off and went somewhere else. That's life. We over here talking about self-care. You trying to figure out what people's address is. No. Like, no, poo-poo. We don't do that. And it's crazy, no matter what time you go live, just like I was telling somebody, all these gutter people out here trying to scam and do the identity theft. I mean, you stealing people's stuff for the moment, but baby, wrath gonna come back on you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying what's going on. Like a lot of people, including myself, the scammers are doing their thing, but they not getting away with nothing. They not getting away with jack. And so you guys on Facebook, you don't know, but on Instagram, as soon as I went live, somebody jumped in and doing all the hey beautiful and all of that stuff. And I'm saying, like, some cultures, that's just what they do when they see women. It's not saying that everybody that greets you with beautiful and all that, that they, about their life. But then when he went on to start asking different questions about where I live and where I'm from and all this stuff, I had to give him my truth and how I get down. And so that spirit fled. He's no longer on Instagram because some people cannot handle the truth. And so he bounced. So y'all got to be careful. I just logged on to tell y'all, see how y'all doing and how we self-caring on today, because it's a lazy day for me. It's a lazy afternoon. I had a late start this morning. How many of you guys have them late starts? You just want to get back into bed and call it the day. That's the kind of day it was for me. So I was just coming on here to see how everybody is doing. If you're in Fresno, you are invited to the Escape Lounge. Make sure you go to talktotasha.com. There's a link there. We're going to be having a lot of little things going on. If you guys already know, we put out the Money Mindset and Mimosas. That's going to be on the 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. It's the second annual. I love being in the room with folks. And this month, I'm going to also invite the fellas in that space. We're going to be, just chopping up some ways that you can use your intellectual property right now, because I understand that there's a lot going on with a lot of people. There's a lot of people getting laid off. There's unemployment that ran out. Some of you guys don't get taxes like you used to depend on to kind of pad you up into these rough patches. And so it's just timely, and that's why I'm not really making it too expensive. Most of the time when we're putting events out in the community, is to really pour into you. So y'all know inflation is what it is. The food then went up. So you need to invest in that price, so that VIP, you do get a mastermind where I really help you break down some quarter goals for yourself. Part of the holistic self-care suite, as it relates to spiritual, mental, and financial self-care over here. I know that when people are doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing, that they enjoy, you start to feel better. You start to see through the fog. You start to see your love for helping people is set up for you to also help yourself. You don't have to be out here working upside down. So that's kind of the things that we do in the Talk to Tasha experience. We really meet you where you are. So I want to invite you guys to that experience in Instagram. The links are in the bio. The first one is general. The last one is the VIP. The distinguishments are, if you know that you are a hands-on person, right? You need a little bit of hand holding. You need somebody to literally click and help you build out a product or a service. You need hands-on. How do I make a flyer? How do I, make a marketing message? How do I, price out my stuff? You can get that in the VIP experience, because I'm going to spend an extra hour with you guys showing you how to make this very, very simple. When you're doing something you enjoy, it doesn't feel like work. You literally can do it for 10 hours if you could. And so I want to be able to show you guys, especially you guys that are naturally coaches, your secret coaches is what I call you. You've been helping and serving, and that's what you do. People feel comfortable with you. You the person that people will call if they have something going on, and you just like what we call a care bear. So that is my commitment, to just really show our care bears how can you take that love for helping people and package it up where it feels rewarding for you. You can increase your impact and your income. I know that I have been gifted with that skill. And so I'm taking my skill set on the 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, for the second year in a row, and locking arms with Sabrina Green in our local area. Although she's local like myself in Fresno, California, we recognize the power of being global with the internet, the links, the Zooms, the StreamYards, the different things available to all of us. There's no reason, absolutely zero reason, why you should be limiting your ability to your local agency, to your local city, your local community. You guys know, some of you guys log on just like the rest of us on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, on Instagram, Facebook. You're involved in different groups and TikTok. And so you know the power of community. Some of you guys have told me, and even including myself, I met some amazing people online. Like they feel like they're bona fide blood relatives, because the power of divine connections is a thing right now. So why would you take your skill set and drop it off at your desk and then wait for your employer to pay you? You guys know I'm a big fan of not biting the hand that feeds you. So sometimes you don't know what you don't know. But when you do know, Instagram done died. When you do know, it's going to be critical for you to remove yourself from people that know but don't want to do anything. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Some of you guys are, planning your exit strategies, you're retiring, you have different aspirations and different things. No matter what, when you're called as a servant-based leader, God is going to always use you to encourage, to motivate and inspire people. Not only that, you are a person that people can come to and be themselves, right? And so you're going to always be used, like if you don't move out of alignment. And so when I'm telling you that you've been secretly life coaching, a lot of times when I'm in space with people, they don't realize that's what they were doing. We just call it ministry. Like life coaching is a whole unregulated industry, meaning you do not have to go get certificated up. You don't have to go to Fresno State, UC Davis. You don't have to go get all of that credential, because I'm going to pull out of you what you've been doing all along. And the way that I teach you is very simple. The only way you're going to make it complicated is if you overthink, like, I don't know if I can do this because of this and that. And that comes up naturally for people, right? I've been dealing with Care Bears. I'm a Care Bear. So I know some of the mind drama that comes up for us. But that's what we're going to unpack. The reason why you see me put no fluff, because I don't know if you guys can relate, but I've been in trainings and conferences down through the years, and it's really more motivational in context a lot of times. And some of us is beyond motivation. Like you know that you're good at something, even if you're good at talking mess, okay? But you know that you're good at something. And your thing is just show me how, step by step by step by step, right? And so this experience is for you if you know that you just need the steps, right? You probably beyond needing accountability, because if you looked at your check long enough, you already know the accountability that a lot of you guys are saying I have is just looking at your check, looking at how you got to keep striking the dates on the next check. So if that's not enough accountability for you, we do have accountability to make sure you stay clearly focused on your goals that you set for yourself. Just like I was telling someone earlier, the reason why I infused, I felt led, and God just really showed me, like, a lot of times we have not because we ask not. And some of you guys don't know how to ask because somewhere on the journey you believe that asking is a sign of weakness and stuff like that. And I am telling you, when you remove that mindset block, the floodgates open, because the whole time God orchestrate other people that he's going to divinely connect you to that can fill the area of your business that you don't know anything about. And it's to the point where you know it's God, because these people just believe in what you're doing. They can't wait to get up. They're ahead of the curveball and telling you different ways to do things simple. They are excited. They're going to conferences on your behalf. And this is when you don't even have budget to pay them. You guys seen my journey. You've been experiencing my journey. Why? Because I let you in. And the reason why I let you in, because I want to let you know as an example, when you operate in what you're supposed to be doing and on the journey, sometimes we don't know. We just don't. But the more you do the other thing, you're going to know it doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel divine. It doesn't feel like I'm excited about waking up to do it, right? So as you still, like, that's why I'm telling you guys today, celebrate where you are. Celebrate that. When I think about the woman experience, is National Women's Month or Day coming up tomorrow, and just on a just soul level, women are amazing. Even when we trying to figure stuff out, even when we at our lowest of low, we are amazing. We are called to be helpmates, and then we're helpers one to another in community. It doesn't mean it's your local community. The way the digital space works is you create community just linking up with people online. And you know that spirit, right? Try the spirit by the spirit. So you know a spirit that's not aligned. That's why a lot of you guys are learning how to step back and take your time. You're starting to recognize it's something really too good to be true. They're talking fast, like the young man or perceive young man. We never know if these profiles are really who they are, but his picture is up as a guy, random off of Instagram, because you don't come up into the link that I have designated for myself and run all up and ask me personal questions. So once I shut him down, that spirit fled. And he not gonna quit. That spirit don't quit. You sent it and put it on notice. And some of y'all, you understand wisdom by now. You understand the order. That spirit will try to attach itself to your kids and to your grandkids, right? If he know he can't get to you, he try to get the next thing in your line. That's why you got to be wise. You got to fight the fight correctly and move yourself out of the way. And the best thing you can do is operate in that gift that God has given you. Some of you guys naturally come up with stuff. It just downloads in you, and you're like, hey, I have this idea. But what happened is, if you're not in good company to flourish and nourish that and get connected, and then life happens, what happened? We throw it on top of the icebox. See, I come from the school of icebox. We called it icebox back then, but refrigerator. You know, you throw it in the junk drawer. You don't revisit that thing. And so what happened? You feel like you don't have a sense of purpose. Your identity is kind of foreclosed, and you sit up and live day by day by day by day. That is why I'm encouraging you guys to give yourself permission to sit back and do absolutely nothing, which is doing a whole lot. Sit somewhere in your living room. If you don't have that space, get up in your car and take that little, country drive. If you're in the city, find little pockets where you don't have to be bothered. And do that in a reactive way. Don't wait until you get super stressed out and everything is kind of topsy-turvy. You have to create a self-care lifestyle that honors you as a regimen, just like you brush your teeth and comb your hair and take a shower in the bath. You have to start saying, what do I need to experience for me? What do I need to do for me? Right? What can I do? Maybe I can stop overthinking. Maybe I can stop setting all of these goals and make a goal to get to know myself. Maybe I can make a goal to sleep in an extra hour. Maybe I can make a goal to bypass all the birthday parties and the different social gatherings and get myself somewhere and deep clean my head and my purse, or donate some of all that stuff in back of my closet, and get some coins up in here so I can start investing in my business or whatever it is you need to do. Because see, when you cool, the household is cool. When you cool, you can direct and guide and be the mentor that you called to be. When you're cool, the songs that you sing sound a little bit different. And so I'm highly concerned because sometimes people, when I'm experiencing them, they just want to come and sit. And I'm believing God supernaturally for some amazing things for this escape lounge experience. I want people to come and not have to have a word with me. Just come in here and relax. Take your shoes off. We just pillow hoarders over here. We have pillows, journals, books, music. Celeste over here working on Alexa. She blessed me with an early birthday gift, and she's good with technology, and she's been trying to program this thing. Uh, I'm excited. I'm excited. God bring people to your life at the point in time. But I just want to encourage you guys, don't hide. Don't hide. I know it's been rough. God knows it's been rough. You're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. It's power in you just relaxing, taking a break. Okay? If you like to be online a little bit, kind of watching what people do because you like to laugh. I love the TikToks be cracking me up. Do that. That's okay. As long as you're not on there 24/7, then lost your whole self and identity, then you do what works for you. You know, some of you guys are, you probably, I don't know, like I serve, ambitious career women. And for them, people don't know because the higher you go up in responsibility in corporate, the more you can hide your stuff. But the bottom line, we're all human beings and there's set of circumstances. That's what you guys hear me say, set of circumstances. I don't call it like problems, but whatever. It's just wordsmithing. But there's a set of circumstances before all of us. And you have some people that feel like they can't go to sleep unless they take sleeping pills. That's how they cope. Some people have gambling issues. Some people workaholics. It doesn't matter. We're not here trying to gang bang whose stuff is the funkiest, okay? We're just here to let you know that there's support, there's power in relaxing. For some of y'all old school people like me, you create old school how you walk through life, breathe through life, how you dress, how you speak, how you converse with people. There's nothing wrong with changing that because the world trying to tell you to do all this other crazy stuff. You got to be rooted. When you are rooted, you're not going to get tossed to and fro about what's coming, what's going, and this and that. And oh, if I say this, that. Y'all got to cut that mess out. Cut that mess out. And I'm telling you, the reason why we doing this money mindset and mimosa in the climate of our country, because the minute you get up off that couch and you make a decision, whether you coming by yourself, because I tell all of you guys, this is not a season for you to be dragging and convincing your friends and family to come with you. That is what's draining a lot of you guys. You're being prompted to elevate for yourself, and you want it so bad for other people that you won't even tie up your shoe until the next person get their hair together to come. The journey you own is personal. The journey you own is personal. You need to entertain that for a moment because some of you guys don't believe that God would talk to you based on what you did. You always think that the next person got to write a book for you when there's a book in you that needs to be birthed out. You always think that, oh, well, the people might look at me if I come by myself. So let me call my friend. Your friend is distracting. And God is showing you this journey is alone. You love your friend, but you didn't come in this world with your friend. And you're not leaving out of here with her. Okay, so there's some things you don't need to be inviting people on journeys with you because it's not their season to be on that journey. And this is what I'm telling you. A lot of times you be really afraid. You might not call it that, but sometimes we don't do things by ourselves. We feel more comfortable with, somebody familiar to go with us and drive over with us in case you meet somebody or in case I'm an introvert and all of this stuff. Who says as an introvert you got to go in there and just be all over the room meeting people? Who says that? You come because you need what you need and you need to be focused. You don't need your distracted friend that's going to be coming for other issues, or you got to keep reminding her of what was said because she's not really vested in focus. Your focus may be way different than hers. And it's anything that you need to be. You know how you get those friends. Y'all, for some of y'all that got a whole lot of friends, shout out to y'all because y'all know I got enough associates to have a whole associate department, okay? But friends for me, as I said many times, it doesn't come easy. We have to go through some things together because it's easy to call you my friend when we on the top. But when it means that you need to inconvenience your schedule, when I have to go out of state real quick and somebody have to pull out their credit card and get a rental, drive me, call off sick for their job because I had some stuff going on with me and mine, that's a friend. Why? Because that person interrupted their convenience and seen value and interrupting their schedule for me. You qualify as a friend. And I'll never forget the few that I have. They know who they are. Two of them not even on social media. Right, so I keep them in the loop and they keep me in the loop in certain things, and so that's what make our fellowship together so powerful. And so anybody who know, I come on here as a whole business, there's ministry, and then we come off. Right, it's not because I just want to sit up and cook all day online or just be wasting time. I'm on assignment. I'm on assignment, and I hope you are too. Reclaiming yourself, reclaiming yourself. So I hope and I pray that you get to a point in your life that you're going to come back stronger. You're going to come back more courageous. You're going to come back with showing your face in the place because I am telling you that God is going to send people that want to bless you beyond words. Even if you're feeling discouraged right now, there's hope on the other side. There's hope in the storm. Sometimes when we in it, we don't see it. We have in our community the triple homicide, two of the guys in which I knew, and it just broke my heart. One of them have uh, a homegoing service on this coming weekend coming up, and the other one was last week. And so when you think about what I was saying earlier, the strength of a woman. And I'm not saying that men are not strong. I'm just saying when a mother holds a baby in her womb and that connection that you have, you mothers out there know what I'm talking about. And you look at people who've been down this journey that's reaching out to these now grieving mothers. One of them is grieving for the second time. And her son was, I was told, and these are friends of ours, and my husband went over to see the uncle already, but he was at the gas station. He wasn't really, one of these stray bullets passing. And so when you think about women and the amount of stuff they go through and still getting up by the grace of God, being able to show up for the other kids, that's strength. That's God's keeping power, right? And so when you're in company of women who where it makes sense for them to give up and throw in the towel, maybe you on here, you have felt like you want to give up and you're misunderstood, right? And you're this and you're that. When the longer you sit up with that, that's all the enemy want to show you is the breakdown of it. That's all he want to do, and he want to make it in stereo. He want to make it real, real loud. This is why you see people that's so skillful. They know what to do. They know the word from Genesis to Revelation. They have amazing conversations. They have amazing hearts. They have amazing patience. They've been taking care of people, kids down through the years without extra pay. But moving their feet for them, somehow they don't believe that they're worthy. After all that they have poured into people. And that lets me know the enemy is so loud on volume 10 in their life and don't want you to see. And now for you guys, the Lord is saying, activate the authority I put inside of you. Activate it. Activate it. Activate it. It's already loaded up with all that you need on the reason why he chose for us to all be in here together during the global pandemic, during some of the toughest time for a lot of young mothers having children and young parents having children during the pandemic, going inside the hospital, having their babies without the family being there because they couldn't go in there. And I already said there's a special anointing on those babies that was born during the global pandemic. And so my goal in money mindset and mimosas, as the Lord is revealing to me what to bring to that experience on the 17th, you're not going to hear me do a whole lot of talking. You're going to come in there and be put to work, because activating authority is your job, or whatever that means for you. You don't need to sit up under people spoon feeding you and telling you this and telling you that. And you already know you got all the books at home. You've been through countless sermons and notes and conferences and girls trips and guy couples trips, and you have all that stuff in you. You see all of these books over here and books over there. Like I told y'all, I'm a book holder. That book table, you have enough inside of you. But where is the gap between what I know and what is it going to take for me to activate? But you've been doing it anyway. So I want to stop by and say, you are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. And I don't want you to make this complicated. So before you guys, when you get your tickets, be where's my link? Let me get my paper because I wrote it down. I'm at that point. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I got a good memory. I'm gonna claim I got a good memory, but the truth of the matter is I gotta write stuff down, and I gotta write it down real big. Instagram, that phone done died off. bit.ly/my time 17. 17 is for the March 17th. bit.ly/my time, meaning you are declaring it's my time. And for me, it is enough for you to declare it is time for you to activate. That's just like you going to the gas pump and you put in, for some of y'all ballers out there, y'all do 92, 93, but the rest of us, we put pump, number octane 87. And you go in there and you need gas in your vehicle. Nothing's going to come out until you activate that card in there or you push that button after you put all of the shenanigans in there. You don't put your little PIN number in there. The nozzle is not going to jump off the little thingy thing and jump in your tank and do the pumping for you. I don't care what technology they done made. We're not there yet. But follow what I'm saying. So that's the part that I'm telling you. You have what you need. The resources at your fingertips, but some of y'all been hiding. All right, we're going to pull you out of hiding. Okay. And so you have to be the one to click the link, just like we're talking about at the gas pump. You out of gas, you out of patience, you so over it with what's going on in the workforce. You've seen enough people like me and countless people in your family work all these years and the retirement look like a hot mess on a hot rainy day. You don't need another confirmation. You know that you know that you know that operating in the God-given purpose on your life is going to improve your mood. It's going to create community for you so you can stop focusing on the folks that don't support you. You're going to be in company of people who celebrate you, right? And you got to learn how to celebrate yourself. You have to learn how to celebrate yourself. Quit being hyper-focused on the things that's not working. The fact that you got up and did a few things today, praise God for that, okay? And this one right here, you guys, if you're not on my email list, make sure you're on the email list. These emails are emails of substance. I might have a comment in the wrong place, semicolon, from all my English majors all up in my inbox where you left the period out. Okay, sweetheart, can you come volunteer on the team and get this all in English educated? Don't miss the bigger point of a message, okay? Don't major in the minors. Okay, we're not doing it. I'm not sitting here telling you that I don't make mistakes. That's not what I'm conveying. But the minute you get up and start to be around yourself a little bit more, enjoy yourself, not dealing with foolish behavior off people, right? Because you're giving them access to you with all that foolishness, fogging you up, distracting you. You can sit back and peep game in the supernatural and be like, Lord, I'm thankful I'm not a part of all of that movement out there. It's just too much going on. Thank God that you're wise enough to see that. While you sitting up online discouraged, well, this person doing this, that, and the other, you got to count it all joy that, Lord, I'm glad that you got me separated from that. And when you see all of that movement, you're not a part of that riffraff. That's a praise shout right there. You can probably look over your life and say, dang, I used to be in that rut race, right? And so one of the things on the email that you guys will get, it's going to be a tool to show you how to start thanking yourself. Thanking yourself, right? When you guys come to the Escape Lounge and you take your shoes off, sometimes we had Prince on earlier, we lip syncing, we talking, we playing cards, we conversing. Some of you guys on your mental wellness journey, you can get therapy. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing to just own up to your truth to where you are. Because you find out, sis, you're not the only one going through. You won't be the last. And you taking your power back. You're taking your power back. So make sure you take time to get on the link if you are ready to learn how to package what you know. Especially during these times, people need your skill set to feel better. You don't get to sit on the sidelines. You've been through some stuff. You know how to get through some stuff. The next set of people need your skill set. And then you're going to feel so empowered, even when other parts of our lives are under a test right now. Okay. But on the email list, you're going to have an exercise to learn how to thank yourself. All right. Thanking yourself, the benefits of being thankful. What is your personality trait? Right. We're going to flush through that. It's a beautiful thing to get to know yourself, because the part of yourself that's hiding up under complaining and fear, she needs to be birthed out. She needs to be birthed out. So I'll see you guys. bit.ly, my time 17 is where you want to be on the 17th. There is a VIP experience that gives you lunch and then a 1 hour extra so we can bust down your profit plan and kind of give you some structure and things that you can do step by step guidance on getting things done. For those of you guys that are in the Escape Lounge membership, there's a general admission fee. I like to make things very affordable. At the same time, there's an opportunity to invest at a different level based on where you are, right? So we always have about 3 price points for our clients, depending on where you are on the journey. We don't judge and treat people no different, but we are in the mind frame that if you have a financial barrier before you again this year or last year or since pandemic, our goal is to give you the tools that you will never ever look back and have this as a lifestyle. You will be able to take what you've learned and to be wise about the various ways that you can use your skill set so you can be in the position of being a lender and not a borrower. Okay. And so that's what we're going to do because we all have different levels and phases in life. It's inevitable, but misery is definitely optional. We're not doing misery cakes over here. All right. I'll see you guys on the link bit.ly/ my time 17. That's March 17th. Tickets will sell out. We've already did some inventory. Tickets are going. We want to get you in that space. bit.ly my time 17. I hope this was super helpful. I hope you normalize just hanging out with yourself. You can always, if you're in the area or in the Fresno area, make sure you go to talktotasha.com, check out the Escape Lounge um, features that will give you access to come in this space, do the stanky leg with us, okay, do the prints, do the relaxation. And all of my loves out there are young moms. You have Calviva Medical. We do have slots open for our men and women when it comes to the mental health services. So you guys have an amazing day. Get plenty of rest. Um, Anytime you need some support, you know where to go. Hit the DM depending on what you need. We can send you a link. But I cannot wait to see what's in store for you guys on the 17th. Remember to start getting yourself in position. Get yourself in a position. One of the speakers, trainers, I would say, is going to show you guys for you VIP folks that really need hands on, bring your laptop. For some of you guys been saying, I need a website. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. This is where you come with your laptop. For the VIPers, you bring your laptop. You will not leave that space without having one thing done. And we have the most amazing person, a digital creator, that's going to take her time with you. But some of my people, well, I'm too old. I don't know computers. Well, how do I do this? I've been watching all these hours of YouTubes. I'm overwhelmed. I'm frustrated. So I just threw it, shut my computer down and threw my gift up against the wall. Don't worry about it. We're one of the holistic self-care coaches out there that's hands-on with some of you guys that's invested in that level. We're not going to leave baby boomers behind just because you're at an age or understanding with computers is very intimidating. When you invest at that level, we bring the best to you and they will teach you just like you in the college. Well, college is kind of crammed 200 or 300 people in the room sometimes, but it's just that personal touch that you need and the patience that you need. Like I say, the guidance and the push that you need. By the time you look up, you have your page done. By the time you walk out the building, all I'm telling you VIPers to do is make sure you're focused because anybody know you've been in my classes. I will dismiss you if you are disruptive, meaning you're all on your phone and you're getting tossed here and there. That's not fair to other people who's hungry. Their appetite is way different. And so she's going to be coming and in that space after I show you some of the things that I know that you can put out there and we craft it. We really show you how to go find your client because he or she needs you. So start thinking about now before you meet me on the 17th. What are some common things people ask you about? I want you to take a piece of paper now. What is a lot of things you can literally say you've been through, you never thought you would, and you were able to get through? And then one column, what are some of the steps that you used that you found helpful to get through them? Did you relocate from one state to the next? Was it scary? What are some things you found helpful? What are some resources that'll help someone that's trying to relocate? Are you raising kids by yourself? Are you married and it's complicated? What are the steps that you would recommend? Are you an amazing cook, but since life been happening, your health has took a turn? What are some recipes that you can put out? If you've had infertility issues, right? Or if you're good at conflict resolution, where people are arguing and fussing and fighting, whether you're a conflict resolution person in the church or organization or at home, what are some steps that you have found helpful? And I'm going to give you guys a lot of secret nuggets where you don't make this difficult. The reason why I want you guys to work on that now, because some of you guys, you do things so naturally that it's hard for you to think back. You're like, oh, yeah, I did do that. Oh, yeah, I was able to do that. Right? Some of you guys have kids with special needs. And you can run a whole yellow page. We from the yellow page era. You can run a whole list of yellow pages resources in your head, or you got it in a notebook tucked away on the side of your bed. Somebody in the universe needs that. Even if they not in your same state, you can anywhere take that person on a journey of tapping into resources in their state or their country. You got to understand the gift that's inside of you is way bigger than you and I. It is way bigger than you and I. And that's why some of you guys can honestly say you've been tested and tried on every side. You've been feeling like giving up. A lot of you guys never thought you would be able to afford the rent that's going on right now. But all that is setting you up for your first mortgage. That's all you have to look at it. You might have a maintenance man or maintenance woman now when things get broken and stuff. But you have to be stretched. I had to be stretched. And so now you're like, okay, I'm ready. So Sabrina Green is going to be there, the owner of Legacy Financial, the business hub that I co-working space that I'm leasing from her, and countless other amazing business owners. We get down there, you go in there whatever time, and you crank it out because y'all know it's hard to be focused at home sometimes. And she has a conference room, she has a recording room, she has a co-working space with amazing coffee. You can go in there as early as 6 a.m. and stay as long as you need to, okay, depending on the co-working plans that you get with her. But she slays in business and personal credit, and also how to build your business credit so you can break up with your personal credit. She has virtual mailboxes. She's going to give you what you need to do to build your business credit. When some of you guys have these aspirations to own, duplexes or various home real estate property, and you have the one income and you wonder how other people can buy several properties with the same income, you're like, the debt to income ratio is the same. How are they, buying two and three homes? Well, they are maximizing their business credit, right? Because traditionally, unless you and your husband or whatever got a raise or you got extra significant income, by the time they see that you got a mortgage over here and then you got your set of bills right here, your debt to ratio is what it is. And then you try to go buy another home, they're going to say, well, how are you going to afford this second mortgage when you got a mortgage over here in these bills, right? That's what I have a buddy, several, my nephew and one of our church brothers, Mitch, who can really guide you when it comes to investment properties. That's not my area. um hey Tammy, amen. That is not my area of niche, but the real estate folks can guide you in that, right? They can guide you in that. And so that is what Sabrina is going to do on the 17th. Sister Schaefer is an amazing, it's Social Work Appreciation Month. We love her for many, many reasons. She has been an amazing resource parent, adoptive parent, just an amazing woman of God who prayed us all down through the years. And that is another thing. Everything that she knows and her husband know, right? On the 17th, Sister Schaefer, you guys come. I'm inviting the guys. I am going to get out of your head and your heart the intellectual property, the steps that you have gone through on your journey, because we need your wisdom out here. We need your wisdom because people are Googling, how do I do that? It's not enough to say that's a shame. They should do this. That's a shame. They should pull their pants up. That's a shame that they don't know how to cook. That's a shame they don't know how to parent. As a social worker, I'm telling you, community, we need your skills. Let me show you how to package it up. Because we can't wait for these government institutions to teach it. We should be getting this stuff taught at home. I get it. But what happened when the home is on fire? What happened when somebody literally logging on? They have a biracial family. They don't know how to cook these greens. They YouTubing stuff and they leaving the steps out. There's no more big mamas to show this biracial family, for example. Why are you not putting your recipe out there? Oh, well, when I get around to it. Okay, well, then the Lord then gave you gifts inside of you. You sleeping on your gifts. And you sitting up there thinking, well, everybody know how to make grades. Well, everybody know how to sew a button. Everybody know how to encourage people. I didn't know people didn't know how to network. That's a natural gift that I have until people start telling me like, how are you meeting all these people? And I'm like, well, you get to know people on a soul level. Like there's no hidden agendas. And God does his thing. Like I never thought it. And somebody asked me, well, can you teach me how to network? Right? Because some people run up to people and just give them stuff. And they like, okay. And I am from a school of thought and a upbringing. You get to know people. There's no quick sales. You build relationships because you don't want a quick sale. You want a return customer. You want to know that they're well on a soul level. I don't put products in my client's hand that I know that they're not going to be able to activate at this particular moment. That is why on some of my services, I do a call because I know Care Bears, they overcommit to things that they shouldn't. And they have a hard time saying no. So they will just buy an extra set of Girl Scout cookies with 5 other boxes at home that they have not eaten out of obligation. That is why we do the people pleasing boot camp to let you know you're worthy of love, whether or not you're always giving to people, right? And so there's no need for you to sit up here and act like your ministry is just in your local zip code. Why do you think the self help books is $1 billion industry? Because some self help books break the scripture down in life's application form. And then you get on a Zoom link and you really take them on a series, right? And now they can say, you know what? I've been going to Bible study for 5 and 10 years. I still don't, I'm not getting it. And then the enemy get in their ear and tell them that they're not equipped or called, right? They're a different learner. Maybe they have a learning disability or the Bible study be so good and rich with 15, 20 people, you don't really get to break that scripture down as much, right? There's a biblical illiteracy gap, right? In generations, the big mamas used to be praying. You got younger grandmothers that really kind of fell off. So what did that mean for the kids and the grandkids? A lot of them won't know Genesis to Revelation, right? And so you sleep on that and walking miles and miles when now you can just click a link. Now you can congregate them together online in various countries and states and cities and pour into them. You can get with one of the warm resources that I have out of Alabama. Alabama, I think that's where your husband from. But my friend Chrissy is an MBA background, and she has taken her love for creating content for churches, for ministries. She does customized journals, right? So if there's a lesson that you want to put out, you have it in your head. My job is to get you to put it on paper. We get you connected to Chrissy. She make an amazing book for you, a journal, workbooks, whatever it is that you need. You don't have to know how to do all of these things. And she made one of my pastors and wife one anniversary. She made them some amazing notebooks, and they still have those notebooks in it. And she's anointed and gifted with what she has. Some people are good at what they do, and then you got those that are gifted, the anointing on them. Like you give them content, and they'll say, Chrissy for sure, she'll say, you know what? In my spirit, I feel like this will be added value, and she'll go ahead and put it in there. Those are the kind of people that God has put me in contact with. So when you guys come and experience this confidence, this money mindset of mimosas, we're elevated in Christ, confidence, and cash flow. Because some of our believers has a error in thought about money. Somehow abundance is in the word. We know the word, but when you have a tire blow out on your car, somehow or another, you got to call Capital One. That's something wrong with that narrative. And it won't change until you challenge that. Because we're not out here to please people. We're here to walk in a divine authority. And the Lord gave it to me. 2023, activate authority. Activate it. Activate it. Activate it. And what happens when you don't activate something after a while? They what? They cancel it. You don't want to miss your blessing. Overthinking this. All right. So we'll see you guys. bit.ly/my time 17. bit.ly my time 17. There's so many people, billions of people who log in on social media accounts every single month. We pray that God sends you the few that's assigned to the ministry and the businesses that you have been equipped to do. And together we can all say, wow, Lord, I never thought, based on what I went through in the 80s, that you would use me to be able to coach and mentor someone way in another country. They can't find you because you're busy with the shenanigans. You're hiding behind doubt. You're hiding behind the busyness. It is time for you to sit down and be intentional with the gift that He's giving you. The word will never change, but the method does, right? And so don't burn yourself out with the 2.5 people that's willing to work in the ministry. When there's a different method that's available, people are online looking for many things. You go after the ones that God assigned to you to let them know there is hope. And you invite them offline to an experience, right? And that is what you're going to learn with me on March 17th. Wear your money green. Bring your pen and your paper. And make sure you get your VIP ticket for some of you guys that need hands-on. You need Bailey, who will spend time. Bring your laptops if you need help designing a website and all that. We're going to show you hands-on. And y'all see the price. I'm giving it away for my birthday month. I'm just letting y'all know, because you're not going to get this level of guidance and mentorship and coaching for no $65. And I'm not saying that to be boastful or anything. I'm just telling you because some people mindsets need to be challenged. Because some people think, 65 with what you serving me, Chef Paul. Oh, sweetheart, just to get a little oxtails. It's 65. It's $65. Go in there and try to get that for 35. And only because some mindset shifts you need to challenge people in. It's not about you explaining your worth or value. That's two different conversations. But you don't have to deal with that kind of foolishness. You extend the offer, wish them well, because you know everybody is not your assignment, and you move on. Because the biggest truth that we can set out is to have a mature conversations with people. It sounds like you don't have the budget for what I have to offer. I wish you the absolute best on your journey, right? And some people lack of planning and organization. You guys see them emails, the special ends and ends. Maybe next time. You want to have 100 conversations with God about the 100th confirmation? I'm not going to question you in your relationship with God. That's not my lane. What I am telling you is I'm listening to Him. And as a care bear, you're not going to water down what He put inside of you anymore. Because how are you sending a message that you are sloppy leftovers to the next person when He gave you royal gifts in your hand? And you over here letting people mismanage your time because their indecisiveness on any level. I done moved on. I done went through all kind of staff and team members that say, well, they talk a good game, but your actions is louder than that. And I do contracts now. I used to do the handshake from back in the day. Now they can look you in your pretty brown eyes and say they gonna do something and build this and get this done and all of that done. You got to know that spirit. And you start praying now for the team that God is going to put with you, because that ministry, that business, please don't make this complicated. The gift He gave you to serve at the capacity that He's shown you is going to require you to level up as a leader. Period. You cannot have sloppy boundaries in the name of, oh, well, God. No, you have to have boundaries. That is how people are going to learn how to be responsible. Because if you keep stepping in the way of God, oh, they calling me at midnight. Come over here. Come over there. Oh, you don't have the money for this. You don't have the money for that. And you're burning out. And that's what the enemy wants. If the leader is burnt out, then you can't be as effective that you're supposed to be. So you have to have people have to learn how to go to God for themselves, think for themselves. You stay rooted unless the Holy Spirit tell you, okay, this, that, and the third. But right now, God is really taking the Care Bears and really holy boldness, increasing the confidence, and walking in their abundance without all the explanation. Because people gonna talk anyway. They talked about Jesus, so we already know. Some of these stores done closed. Majesty Bible store done closed. People freaking out. I'm like, why are you freaking out? There's Chrissy. There's Gracie. There's countless people. Come in my membership so I can give you access to what you can do. You don't fall out because the next person's stuff closed. The next person's stuff closed because it's an open door for you. And even if they was open, the door has always been open for you on many levels. You never thought that you can do that because you're used to being a consumer. What is something in your business, in your house, in your family right now that you can honestly say that your family use over and over again, year in and year out? Easter's coming up. Let me give you an example. All of us got kids and grandkids for the most part. One year, me and my sister realized how much money between our families that we were renting people tables and chairs. And we came up with this plan. We said, we spending a lot of money. Tables and chairs, bounce houses, and all that. Well, a leader solved problems, right? A leader solved problems. A leader see problems as an opportunity for growth and elevation. A follower die in a storm, make excuses, allow fear to paralyze them. Yes, fear comes amongst us sometimes, but we don't let it control and dominate us. So we went in and put our coins together and little by little start investing in tables and chairs. And then we had a conversation who's going to house the equipment, the chairs and tables and stuff at each other house, because that is a lot of inventory. But that's how you solve issues. So when you see an issue online and you see people complaining and you know that God has put you in a position to coach through that, then why aren't you inviting them in the DM to a one-on-one conversation with you? Because you solve that issue. You don't sit there, oh, that's a shame. They put that out there. That don't make no sense. They know they shouldn't be doing that. Most people that post out loud their stuff, 9 times out of 9, they're in pain. On some level, they're hurting. They're frustrated. They're mad. They're overwhelmed. Underneath all of that, they're hurting. That's the comment. That's the thing up under there. And so if you the pain specialist and you like, they should come to my doctor office. I take Kaiser. I take this or that. Are you going to sit there and wait for them to figure out where you are? No. It came across your news feed for a reason. But you distracted by other stuff. How you think? Okay. So bit.ly/ my time 17. I'll see you guys on the 17th. Tickets are going. Get the link, and I'll see you guys at the very top. I'm about to go shower. All right. So I hope that was helpful.